Welcome to EV World News, where we talk about green energy, electric vehicles, and the stock market. How you doing today, Mike?
Doing amazing today. TGIF, everybody. Got my little drink there, ready to go.
Well, we've had some interesting news with the UAW going out on strike, and this
What the hell is UAW, man?
United Auto Workers.
Thank you so much.
Yep, and so with them on strike, it should have kind of a positive effect on Tesla. Do you want to take a look at Tesla today?
Yeah, well, what is Tesla doing today? Let's take a look. Tesla is up 40 cents. It's doing virtually not a lot today.
You'd think it would be rocketing because they have the
Market's
most to
down.
gain from the UAW being on strike.
Yeah, market's down a little bit.
You know, it's kind of funny. They're asking for a 40% in pay raises over the next 4 years. And realistically, the way inflation's been, that's not really a big gain in 4 years, is it? I mean, it just inflation's just eroding wages. Why don't we see how what's Ford doing today?
Let's take a look at the big F. Get a lot of electric hanging. $12.68. It's even today. So on a down market, they're not selling it, which is a good sign.
It's
They ain't dumping.
interesting.
Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, it looks pretty good. If this thing gets over on the daily, I'll share my screen with you. I'll show you chart action. This thing looks pretty good. I'm trading right now, if you don't mind, by the way. Anyway, I'm up a couple dollars.
No
So
worries.
right here, check it out, man. Look, this is the Ford chart right here with my mouse is on the right side. You could take a look. I'll put a line right here. You could see the top of that bar where it went to is kind of like in this little sauce. If it gets over this mark again right there of 1280, and the high on this bar right there was 1291, it could rocket through 13 and be beautiful. That's what it looks like is going on. Looks nice like that. Let's look at the weekly.
What do you think of Ford for trading options right now? Because it's really interesting. You would have thought the
It's
UAW
really
strike would
nice.
have a more negative
If
impact.
people did that down here in September when we were talking about it a month ago, they'd be having their stock, almost maybe called away right now, and they're winning. So yeah, the options are beautiful on this stock. To buy it here and do a $13 covered call is sweet because the premium is high because the stock is up. You buy it at 1270, it gets called away at 13. That's 30 cents on the option, on the play, on the call away, and you get to keep the option premium, which is probably 50 cents. 80-cent move on a $12.60 stock. It's a nice percentage, man. Let's
What
take
would
a
you
look
think
at
about
80 cents.
selling puts at 1250?
Yeah.
So,
So the first thing you can, that's a 6.3% return. The first thing you can do is sell the 1250 put. This way, if it goes under 1250, it'll get put to you and you get to keep the premium, which is probably 30 cents. So you own it at 1220. And 1220 is a lot better than buying it right here at 1270.
right, absolutely.
Yeah. Did you know
Absolutely.
Warren Buffett did his whole he didn't make a lot of his money till he was older, Mr. Buffett. But did you know Warren Buffett selling puts to buy companies? He
Well, it makes a
bought
lot of
like
sense.
Kraft and the big ones to read all this about Warren Buffett's strategy for selling puts. So what he does is like Kraft or Coca-Cola. He'll sell the put. So what's the symbol on Coke? KO. It's $58. So he'll sell the $50 put, Dave.
Hmm.
Okay. If that thing gets put to him, he's going to own a boatload of shares, almost 5% of the company. He's going to buy his investment. He's going to get put the stock at 50. He's going to collect the premium. He's then going to go into the market. He's going to buy up so much of the company that he owns the majority of the shares. and then he kicks the board of directors out, replaces the board of directors with Berkshire Hathaway, and then the thing goes to the moon because everybody knows now Berkshire Hathaway is the majority owner. He's the man, and there you go. He's done that with Coke, Kraft, and all these other stocks, bro. It's his method. And I'm not, this is not financial advice, guys. This is just a live stream of education. Education purposes only. Hey, but if it's good for Warren Buffett, man, it's good for me.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's take a look at General Motors.
10 on the bottom. What is that? Someone typed that in? What is that? Hide.
But just people talking on YouTube in the chat.
What else are we looking at?
Let's see. Let's look at GM. And it's interesting, even with the GM's up a little bit today.
$34 a share. It's the same pattern as the Ford. Looks really nice. Does Tesla have this pattern? Take a look. No, Tesla's just a beast. Tesla's its own beast. But yeah, I like that. I like that. What about, let's talk about Mullen blew up, dude. Did you hear about Mullen blow up? The cars, they blew
it's
up.
crazy. So
but it didn't blow up in a bad way. It blew up in a good way.
So they bought the assets of Romeo Power for $3.5 million at the start of this week. And that's a battery pack production company.
Mm-hmm.
And the asset purchase included equipment, inventory, and intellectual property for high volume EV battery pack and module production. What's kind of interesting is Nikola had previously bought this company a year ago in August for 144 million. And I'm not exactly sure if Mullen is getting 100% of what was there, but whatever they bought for $3.5 million seems to have been a pretty big deal, as far as getting a sweet price. And it's had good aspects. I see a lot of hate from the retail market for Mullen, but it looks like institutional buyers love it.
Look at this chart. Dude, we've been talking about it on this show for a month. So let's go back a month. It's 9/15. Let's go to August 15th, which is about, that's the 22nd. Here you go. In this downturn, we liked it at 40 cents.
Yes.
40 cents. We told everybody 40 cents. We like it. The stock is 67 cents. It went through a reverse split since then? I don't think so.
Well, no, that was when it went through that. It was at like 4 cents.
Right.
Or
It's
it went
gone
down. I'm
from
sorry,
here.
it was at 10 cents and it went to about $1. It dropped down to effectively 40 cents. And that's when we started talking about, hey, people should be buying this.
At 40 cents, and now it's gone to 70 cents since we've talked about it. It hasn't done any splits or anything. It's just gone up.
Well, like we said, this Romeo Power thing only increased the value of their book assets again. And they keep having crazy high book value compared to what.
Let me teach everybody what my rail grind trade play is, okay?
All right.
It happens on the 5-minute. Once you're in it like this on the bottom, it's called the stochastics. I'm going to do it in this box, okay? It's the stochastic indicator, guys. If I was on the 5-minute and this was rising up right here where my mouse is into 80% line, I'd switch to the 15-minute. I try to keep that in the 80% as long as I can. As long as that line stays over the 80%, it could take my emotion out of the trade, and I just have to follow and stay in it as long as it's over 80%. Once it goes from the 15-minute and you're still doing good, you could switch to the 30-minute. You could switch to the 60-minute and then the daily. Watch how long it runs. So this was like the start right here in the 60-minute, and this is the daily. So if you come right here and you take a shot of it, and as long as it stays above this 80%, And if this keeps on going up here and goes above here, it will do that. If it dies, it'll come back down. That's your signal to start taking profits. So you're in it down here. This is called a chairlift. You know when you go skiing and you have each chair in front of you trekking up the mountain? That's what that is. You get in down here on the bottom. This is me and you, our two dots, and our friends. We're getting in the gondola and the ski chalet down here on the bottom, which we did at 40 cents. Now we're in the chairlift. I don't know which, we're probably this guy right here. And we're just trekking it up now, trekking it up. At 80%, we're off. Now we're skiing. We're rail grinding. As long as this line stays above 80%, I'll ski for weeks. This thing could stay above this line. I've seen one stay in for a month. And if the stock keeps on going up for a month without your emotion, it could turn into a much bigger play on the win side. So I use that stochastic as an indicator to stay in the trade longer. Thank you.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Yeah, this whole Mullen thing though is really amazing because we keep looking at it just like I said, it seems like the retail traders keep dumping it, and at the same time the institutions are buying it. So
Yep.
it seems like the smart money is in there. At some point, I really want to interview some of their executive staff,
Me too.
but yeah, I think it'd be great to get them on the show. I'm really, a fan of what they're doing. Although they're producing now their own sports car, or they've got it. I think they should probably stick to the last mile delivery vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
which is what their strength is. Yeah, I think it's hard to be everything to everyone that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I don't like that they're doing. But otherwise, I think, it seems like they're doing all right.
Sounds good, man. Good
But
show today.
yeah,
Glad
good
we were
show.
able to
Loved
help
it.
everybody and fill them in on EV World. Look at that new banner. Place for all electric vehicle news. Look at that. That's beautiful.
I love it.
And
I
I got
love it.
this.
It's like kind of like in the Tesla Model Plaid.
Yeah,
Have
guys.
that screen that goes on that does that. That shows the
Stay tuned.
hyperlink.
We're rolling. We got some big news coming out, guys. So stay tuned to the channel. Give us a like and a subscribe. Hit the notify bell when you watch this. Hey, because you know why? If you hit the like button, Google and YouTube will recognize that and they'll say, you liked it. We're going to show this video and help these guys out because you did, and show it to everybody. It's called an algorithm. We'll get in their algorithm if you help us out and give us a like, guys. So let's go. Thumbs up. Give us a like.
Love it. Gonna go ahead and end the stream.